All right, class, here I am at our farm. We are going to be out here this school year at the end of the year for our field trip. Most of these trees in this yard have been planted by second graders over the years. I know Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Wonkel have been involved in a few of them. Some of these bigger ones were 5 or 6 years ago. Mrs. Vincent was out here the first year when she was a second grade teacher and helped plant some of these. Some of them have lived, some of them haven't. What I'm going to show you right now, this is where I plant a lot of my nuts, and I call them seeds that I grow from seed, and then I will move them, which is called transplanting them. I plant them up here where there's no squirrels because there's no big trees up near our farm. So really the squirrels have no reason to come up here and steal the seeds from me. But every flag you see down here is a nut, a different kind of nut for each one. And here pretty soon they will start growing if they germinate. Okay, I stratified them, but I did not have to stratify them in the refrigerator like I do the ones that I grow inside, because nature stratified these because it got cold enough over winter in the ground for them to stratify themselves. The only worry you have with that is when squirrels or deer or whatever come along and dig the nuts up. I planted about 100 nuts last year at my house, and a squirrel came and dug every single one of them up. I blamed it on my boys that they took them and replanted, and came back 2 days later and they were all dug up again. So I found out it was not my boys, it was a squirrel or something digging them up. But these are all trees. These over here are 1-year-old trees. Now they haven't leafed out yet, but these all did germinate. I've got a tube on them, which I'll talk to you about grow tubes, but if you look down here, you can see the tree. Okay, somewhere there's a tree in here. Okay, this little bitty thing. Now right now it doesn't look like much, but there is a little tree there, and if you look real closely on this tree, it's starting to bud. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but by the end of summer, this tree, for a 2-year-old tree, will be close to that tall. Okay, and I keep it protected because when it starts to leaf out, the deer will come along and chew on it and eat it off. Some of these are quite a bit bigger, like this one, and you can see that it's really starting to bud good. And I put 2 trees in each hole when I planted these, and this one, each one germinated. But I put 2, so I'm guaranteed to at least get 1. Usually you get 50%, but I don't know if you can see those buds on there starting to burst. But pretty soon there'll be leaves on every one of these knobs on this tree, and it'll look much bigger, and it'll grow a lot this year. The second year, first year, the tree usually rests. The second year, the tree usually starts growing. Okay, so those are all trees that are ready to transplant now. Those are all ones that haven't grown yet. But you can see these white tubes all over our farm, down the fence row there, all the way up to the road. We have thousands of trees that have been planted out here and have grow tubes on them that I take care of. So that's the segment I have on growing trees outside from seed. You can put them in anywhere. Some people take them and just throw them out and work the ground up with a tractor or run over them. In nature, you know, a squirrel doesn't have a tractor to plant them. A squirrel goes around and digs holes and buries them, and that's how they get spread. The ones that the squirrels forget where they put them, they end up growing into a tree in the wild. So the more you plant, the more success you have. But there's no cheaper way than collecting free seeds off the ground or off of a tree and planting them. So, all right. Peace.